Okay, we're back. There you go. There you guys go. This should work now. We should be good. Guys, welcome to our first ever in-person podcast.
We're piecing. We're
Piecing.
piecing. I'm here live. I don't know what to do. I guess I can't be myself next to Slothmaster, who's so close to me.
Sloth Master.
Sloth.
I'm the master.
Sloth.
I'll take that. No one correct him.
How about Slothy?
Slothy? Why not? Look at those good two-looking distinguished gentlemen, right?
Damn.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming, buddy.
Long time coming.
And here we are in Italy, a beautiful part of Italy, I might add.
There you go. There you
and
go.
with wonderful cold beer and some smokes. Supposedly, we have some smokes that we're busting out. And welcome and join us. I can't read the chat.
Bubbles says, "How can it be Silly Sunday on a Friday?"
Bubbles.
Silly Friday. There you go. Having really bad issues with your stream. Is it my app? Probably my. No. It was just on my end. I'm now hotspotting my computer, so it's going to.
Grazie.
Prego. It's going to be good now, Holly. It's going to be good now. It was just Wi-Fi on my part, but we're going to be good now. We're going to be good. Don't you worry. You got the lighter, right?
Well, you go first.
No, you go first.
Age, beauty before age. Age before beauty.
Why not both? Why not? Why not? How's everyone doing? What's up? I hope. Yeah, no, Holly. It'll all be smooth now. It'll be smooth now. It's smooth on my phone. So if it isn't smooth from here on out, it's your guys' problem.
Wonderful.
There you go. Proper cigars now.
Oh my.
We've been having a lot of cigarellos. Whilst Dave was here. How are they?
Ah,
Are
delicious.
they good?
Yes. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. Doo-doo. What do we do? Just chill? We're just chilling. We're just hanging out here in Italy on a beautiful evening.
You know,
it's a gorgeous evening here in the mansion. Geez, man.
In the poet warrior paradise. There you go. What if we just get a whole, like, we buy a plot of land?
Yes.
Commune style.
Yes.
And we turn it into the next Playboy mansion. And it's the poet warrior paradise.
That's the best idea I've heard in years. When you got me at Playboy mansion.
I love it. I love it. It's beautiful.
I just want to know that we need to basically start recruiting.
We do. We do.
We need to start recruit. You know, are they going to come to us, G? Is that how it works out, or?
I think first they'll have to send in their photo, so we can rate you out of 10.
Oh Jesus!
9's above only.
Oh my God. I'm not so particular, ladies and gentlemen. I am not so particular.
Holly said, "Unless you're me and you're just beautiful, how can it be heaven if I'm not with you?" Heartbreak.
Perfect. You're right. Harley speaks the truth, ladies and gentlemen.
She speaks the true.
Mm-hmm. This looks like from far away, ladies and gentlemen, this does look like a blunt. It's not a blunt.
Looks like a Cubano.
It is a true Italian, what do they call them? There's a certain name that they call these.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Really?
Like, these are Toscanellos.
I thought there's a specific name for these Italian type of cigars.
I don't know. I mean, these are just like cigars, and you can see they've got like a rate system on the back.
Yeah.
So, quality of smoke, this one's a 3 out of 4. Amount of smoke is medium, and flavor is a 2. Like strength of flavor, not quality of flavor.
Why are they rating shit for their own brand? That's weird.
It's so that you can decide what kind of experience you want, like how much smoke you want, how strong you want the tobacco taste.
I only want the sexy time experience.
There you go. There you go.
I don't want to talk today. We did a lot of filming and on location, and he wants to talk about that. He wanted to save it for the podcast. He wanted to talk about, let's talk about what we're gonna do for the beginning of the film. Dudes, I'm like on severe case of jet lag. I've been suffering greatly. And
Poor little Baze.
but you, as usual, per usual, he has a connection to you guys. I have no idea what you guys are saying, if you're saying anything.
You can get your phone out as well if you want to physically read it, but I mean, like, I'll, read it to you. Bubbles says, Gib, get your piggies out of the shot, cover those tank things. She wants my toes out the shot. Harley is smoking weed right now and drinking vodka.
Great job, Harley.
Let's go. And Harley says, you need me, Baze.
I do.
Harley.
She's
Yeah,
right.
no, we're gonna hang out for the first part of this, and then we're gonna go through the process of like figuring out. We are starting filming the movie tomorrow. This short film that we've told you guys about, Stasis. We will be starting shooting hardcore tomorrow. So you guys have that to look forward to. We were messing around with the camera. We got lots of little bits done. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Is this the one that's? Why is this not? You see, I don't see anything.
What's
The
up?
chat. Look, it's not loading. Here, am I on the right thing? Here,
Hop on my hotspot. Hop on my hotspot. Go to your Wi-Fi settings and hop on my hotspot.
No, it's coming up. Look, it says,
okay.
Well, but there's no chat. Welcome to the chat room. I see.
Yeah, it won't load the previous chats. You'll just get everything new now. If that makes sense. Because I'm trying to numb myself. Numb equals happiness.
Tell Harley why is she not? Bubbles.
Vodka.
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 These are
vodka.
good smokes. Why is Harley
like
not? Oh, Harley, come on. We need you to have some vodka and some weed.
There you go.
And hang out with
there
us
you go.
and chill. And I hopefully I'm done. Bubbles is no, she's not.
Bubbles, you ain't dumb. Let's be real. No pretty blonde is smart. Bubbles.
I didn't say that. Maybe we should turn these things like this a little bit.
What? So we've got more of a.
Like that.
You're kind of out now.
Like that.
Like that.
Am I in? Am I in?
I would definitely say you're in. I would definitely say you're in. What do you guys think about seeing me and the Baze in person? Is it weird?
I'm just relaxing. I'm on vacation, everybody.
Yeah, a beer, cigar.
He wants to do this podcast, which I consider that it's work. Podcasting is work. And here I am. I just want to have a smoke and a pancake. And by the way, those are the name of my balls. One's named Smoke, one named Pancake.
Which one? Which one's which?
The right testicle. Remember though? Did you ever see that movie Anchorman?
Yeah.
He called them. He had different names. The character. What was that character's name? The guy who did Sex Panther. Remember Sex Panther?
Oh, what? Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what his name was in the show. Bubbles would know. Bubble, who's Paul Rudd and Anchorman? What's his name? Sex Panther. That was hysterical.
Remember?
Yeah.
He smells like a dog. What did they call it? A dog's dick or something?
I don't even know. And he just goes out and everyone fucking leaves, evacuates the building. I'll pull the Wi-Fi plug. Joke's on you, Bubbles. I'm hot-spotting from my phone. Pull that plug. You're the only one who'll have no Wi-Fi.
How many people are tuning in? Billions?
About 4 billion.
Could you imagine, like, if that was real? Like, here we are hanging out. People are like, on the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
Right? With us. And it's 4 billion.
As they should be. As they should be. Now, you know what's interesting?
What?
So, because we're in this setting, I didn't do the, stream starting soon thing. Like I didn't put it up before we go on. I just went for it, So people are going to tune in, like, people are going to roll in because they're normally there before we go live. That's why we do it. So we've got 4 hardcore
aficionados.
Yes.
For the other two.
Ron Burgundy was Will Ferrell. Cassie, who was Paul Rudd? You know what my favorite part of Anchorman is? The fucking I think it's in the second one. Where the other one goes into the fast food. It's like, what they call bats, chicken of the cave, and he sells all the bat shit. That's my favorite bit. And then he goes back to Paul Rudd and he sees the cat and he's like, you know what they call cats? Chicken of the home. I love that shit. I love that shit.
So please, can you? Usually, you're very good at continuing the dialogue, the momentum. I'm ready to fall asleep. My excuse is jet lag.
You don't have an excuse.
Mm. As you can see, I'm not in my normal combative mode because I have to be dealing with this guy.
Mm.
But I'm in a very tranquil pose of thoughtfulness, of mindfulness, of chill. I know this guy wants to get into it. He wants to battle as he normally wants to do.
And we will.
He wants to prove himself.
And we will.
But I'm not going to go there. I'm going to just sit here like Marlon Brando at the beginning of The Godfather, minus a cat, and just, kill all the ants that are crawling up my skin.
Do you have ants?
Yeah.
I've got crabs. Count yourself lucky. Holly said,
Yes.
the only viewer who matters is me, though. Don't forget that. Bubbles said, Fantana, Brian Fantana.
Brian Fantana is right, correct.
There you go.
Good job, Bubbles.
Look at Bubbles with her film knowledge. Up in the dome.
I forgive you for all your prior transgressions, Bubbles. We're
Name a few, please.
We're gonna start, on a clean slate. Harley, you and I are good. Bubbles starting on a clean slate right now. The rest of you, the 3.99996 of you, we'll see what happens.
Holly said, deal with me instead with a love heart.
I'll deal with you, madam. Oh, I'll deal with you.
There you go. So what did you think about today? Let's reflect.
Why don't you, can you set it up? Set what we did, like what?
The film?
Yeah.
What, so they can see it?
No, set up like what, give them the narrative.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Please.
See, I'm a bit slow. I'm a little slow. He's agreeing with me. I was expecting some kind of disagreement there. So you guys know that the intention of this sexy man right here, who's now next to me. Maybe we shouldn't be that loud because my nonna is sleeping in that room there, so we shouldn't scream. We're fine though. We're fine. We're fine. She's probably up anyway.
No. Are we bothering her?
No. We just can't scream. Like maybe I was a bit loud then. This sexy man next to me. This guy. You guys know that a big reason why he's here is to make some content with me. Poet Warrior content. We're gonna be making a few short films.
Sorry, this is blowing into your face. Here, I'll put it up here.
It's not.
I'll put it up so everyone can see my underarm. Go ahead.
I bet they can smell it from there.
You could already smell it.
I can't. They can.
They could smell it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like scratch and sniff. We have a new technology, right?
Smell-o-vision.
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 Yeah.
So you guys know we're going to be making these short films, and so there's one film in particular that we're going to be focusing our time on and getting finished and getting ready to ship off to film festivals and to your guys' faces right here on this platform. And it goes by the name of Stasis, written by this guy. You guys have heard us do a reading of Stasis. Go back to our YouTube and you can go to our playlist, look at our previous podcasts, check that out. It's there. There's even a couple of shorts of a little short clips of us doing Stasis readings, where we're going to be taking an already existing play, like I said, that Baze has written and actually performed in 2018 in Florida under the company called A Band of Actors. We're going to be taking that and reimagining it, right, for Poet Warriors in a very, very cool way. And we've got a really, really cool place to film. It's here in Italy. That's all you're going to know. And you guys will see, we're going to be filming parts of that process, part of the shooting process and behind the scenes, kind of explaining our method, like how we're going to get this, how we're going to go from point where we are right now to, endgame having this short film ready for film festivals. And we went on location today, and we were just testing out the camera, getting used to the camera. Took a little bit of B-roll and had some fun with it. And we had a lot of creative awakenings, a lot of ideas, a lot of inspiration through that process. Which, if you guys watch our snacks again on our YouTube, you guys know that we talk about things like that. Go out into nature, inspiration through doing, practicality, practical work. And we think it'd be cool before we get into, kind of planning off how we're going to start off tomorrow, to kind of just reflect on it, because we had some really cool realizations.
Yes, we did. Okay, caveat before I respond. Are you
Let's go, Bubbles. Yeah.
Are you finished?
Yeah. Holly said deal with me instead.
Yes.
And
yes.
Bubbles said only in the ways that count. Tink, it's only in the ways that matter, actually, Bubbles, but I appreciate the reference.
In person, you know how I joke about Gibby's arms and his length of arms. Well, sitting
Motherfucker, right now,
hold on.
put your arm out.
Hold
arm
on.
out.
Wait, before I do that.
He's stooling.
Sitting here, and I don't like to, talk about things that, I don't like to stretch truth. But here I am sitting next to this man, and while he was describing all this, I was side-eyeing him, and sure enough, this motherfucker has very, very troubling. His arm length is troublingly small, minute. It's dwarfish. It's dwarfish.
Dwarfish.
Yes. So,
dang.
Now, you think I was like making jokes before? I'm not making jokes. This guy's arm length is dwarfish, and it's normally I don't make big thing about these type of things. Well, this one is it troubles me, and I wanted to put it out there before, I'm accused of like holding things back or not, putting things on the table per se. Anyway, what were we talking?
Is that the real reason that you can't sleep at night? Since you've been here and you've seen my arms in person.
There are other reasons why I can't sleep at night, and I can't tell you about those. Those are private.
Right.
Just like if you were to see an arm, like what you do for penis enlargement, you need to see an arm enlargement specialist.
I mean, hey, that maybe I'll set up a little goal, and you guys can help fund my arm enlargement. How about that? Are you when it comes to cigars, I know you take cigars seriously. Are you a wood burning kind of guy?
Actually,
or you use a lighter?
No, I use cedar wood sticks. Yeah. I
knew it.
I do. Yeah, I do cedar wood sticks because they do actually not just enhance the flavor, but the way you have to light a cigar is very particular.
Right.
And with a wood stick, like a cedar wood stick, it's about that long. Could you?
So yeah, about arm's length.
And it's just because this stuff, the propane, gets into the tobacco.
Yeah.
And it, what do you call it? It compromises the flavor. This doesn't matter. This, because of the quality, I don't mind using a little propane. But if this was a cigar that I usually,
So do you know how much these are?
You mean the whole box?
Yeah, and so there's 5 in a box.
$10, €6.
You actually nailed it. It's like €6-7, something like that.
Grazie.
Which is like $7.
How's my Italian? How about if I were to say un cappuccino molto caldo per favore?
It's uno. Not un. But other than that, good.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Uno cappuccino molto caldo per favore.
I would definitely say you know how to talk to women, knowing that cafe waitress is a woman.
You mean Caterina?
Is it Caterina? Have you been going every day?
Caterina. She's like, but Thomas.
She goes, Thomas.
Buongiorno, Thomas. I'm like, buongiorno, Caterina.
I love it. Little cat, what up, little cat? Bays without filter is still, it's censored. Let me look in here. Bays without filter is still sexy. Damn.
Who said that?
Little cat.
Good job, little cat. Hi, little cat.
Little cat. See, people are starting to show up now. Our numbers are increasing. We're in high millions.
You're
Not
talking.
quite billion yet, but we'll get there.
We're like what? Where? Give me like a. So anyway, folks, we're talking about the play that we read, Stasis, and some folks, when we did it, they said, "What does stasis mean? What does that mean? It's not a good title." Well, stasis means like you're stuck. You're not moving forward.
Which I was going to say, not to interrupt you, for our idea, which we'll get into later, I actually think the name works so much better now too.
Grazie.
Yeah.
So we are going to take a stage play that's already been produced for the stage. It's been performed for the stage. And we are, I don't want to tell, let's not give away the story, but we are putting it in a certain time where this stage play now will work for a film a script, for a film idea, a filmic. Is that a word? Filmic? Cinematic idea.
Masterpiece.
And going on location here in Italy and scoping out this specific spot, the landscape and the actual physical location has kind of had us thinking about changing not the storyline per se, but the actual time period and the time period of the script that we're going to do. And I think it's going to work. I think the idea is going to work.
Some might say reimagine. Reimagine.
Yes.
You guys know that's our slogan. Your looks has started a fight.
What do you mean?
Harley and Little Cat are fighting over you right now in chat.
Finally.
We've also got problems. Sass, how you doing, buddy? I found out the meaning of the word sloth. I have to the conclusion that it will not be saying the word. There you go, as you shouldn't. Little Cat just wants to compliment you. XD's here. It's my two favorite writers, play actors, Swole and Stoic Men and Gib.
What's up, XD?
So who's the third man? You talked about three men right there. Are you saying Baze is two people?
Dude, that sucks.
That's mean.
You know how that's terrible. Is it really? Am I that? That's terrible.
Dude, you've got nothing to worry about. You need to stop with that.
Well, I'm not worried about it per se, but I'm worried about it. I'm not worried about it per se. That did it. Next time, guys, by the end of this year, I am going to tone down, and you're gonna see a svelte base, and a swole, not a swole like a. Only one place is gonna be swole.
Right. I tend to have that effect on people. I've been told that before.
Here we go again.
Problem says I'm in the bush. You want to come have a cuddle?
Who's in the bush?
Problems.
Who's problem?
I have cool problems.
What?
You know cool problems.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
His username is I have cool problems.
Oh, I have. You see how aggressive he is, ladies and gentlemen?
We're great together.
Okay, let's take a poll. Between him and I, meaning Sloth, the dwarfish man over here, dwarf arms of a dwarf, and I, who is the more aggressive one? Is it me or is it him? Can we take a poll, please?
Before you guys vote, can I just preface this with you should vote in favor of me because he too dork.
He too dork.
And if you guys need to go and look at our snack today.
Yeah.
That we posted because we had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah.
I was teaching Baze, I was showing Baze kind of what my process is with Poet Warriors, editing videos, posting them. We had a lot of fun with one of his snacks today. Yes. Harley, don't you dare, you're not allowed to. You stay. I see it, Baze, abusive.
Who says
problems?
I say Baze abusive. I have cool problems, thinks I'm abusive.
No. He's voting in favor of you. He sees what you're saying. I'm abusive.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I'm a vote in favor of the ghosts. Who's the ghosts?
Who said that?
XD.
XD. The ghosts.
We're the ghosts. We need some ghost busters. Harley should lead the team.
So here I am here we are. Here I am. He's here already. Mm-hmm. But here we are in Italy. Viva Italia.
He said the name. He said the title.
It truly is a beautiful, especially this area. And I don't want to,
Let's talk about that. Yeah, I mean, they know I'm in the Frosinone area.
They do.
Yeah, I mean that's like saying a state, so that's fine. I mean I don't know exactly where I am.
Oh,
But
seriously, they know what that means, or if you were to, do you have to explain it? Or
some
no?
do, some don't. I mean,
Well-
like I've got a couple people, yeah, like know Italy, and like one of them's got like a nutty. His girlfriend's in Italy.
Really?
Yeah, just like an hour north of here. And I was just, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's dive into Italy. Let's talk about it. I want to know your full.
Go ahead.
And I'm sure they'll be interested. I know we've talked
Yeah.
about this a lot. Bubbles said you've been voted People's Magazine #1 couple. Bubbles, you're funny when you want to be.
She is.
Yeah.
She really is. That's funny. Bubbles, that was actually funny. Thank you. Thank you for that. As you can see, I'm trying to lift up my legs so then you could actually see the bush that I have between my legs.
Harley requested leg hair.
Here, look, Harley, look what you got. It's front and center.
That's amazing, man. So, guys, as I'm gonna interview Baze a little about Italy, and you guys can like see his insights about Italy. But as we're doing this, do you guys like this? You guys like us in person? Is it weird? Is it in a good way? Because you guys have been following along with the podcast. We've been talking about it. I mean, Baze is seriously considering coming over here soon. So this could, turn into the norm. We could have a whole studio.
Yeah.
Full set design where we sit down each week and we have a little podcast like this, little talk section.
Yep.
That's right. I don't think you know this. Cool Problems is a film student in the UK.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so he's just said, I want to ask, great guy, by the way. You're a great guy, Seth. I want to ask you both.
Yeah.
This is a film student.
Yeah.
How did you get into the industry? So why don't you take that away, and then we'll talk about Italy in a little bit. And Bubbles is licking her lips for some reason.
So
why?
So am I.
There you go.
I think we all are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice how many times we lick our lips like a day?
So do you see how you said that?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people lick lips all the time. They just never realize.
Yeah, right.
It. Yeah.
Holly, turn that frown upside down and lick your lips.
Be nice to Harley.
I'm so nice to Holly.
Are you?
Holly's a dear friend of mine.
Well, you're not nice to me. You're not nice to me.
That's because I've had to go through the hell of knowing you.
Training camp,
exactly. Yeah. Guys, the last time, so it's been over 5 years since me and Baze saw each other in person last.
Yeah,
I was 19 the last time you saw me.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's kind of shocking to be honest with you.
Last time I saw this man, I was 19.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we dealing with first? Italy or the question from
Problems question? How did you both get into this industry?
Well, I lived in LA when I was in my early 20s.
Holly, look, leg hair. Keep going.
When I was in my early 20s, I didn't know what to do with my life. They were going to kick me out of college because
oh, really?
Academically, I was all over the place. I tried this, I tried that.
What were you doing? Like, what did you go for?
I went for computer science. I should have. I should have stuck with computers. I'm kidding.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was one of them. Marine biology, chemistry. Oh my God. Anyway, I was an abject failure because not a failure. I just was not into it. And you know what? I said I need to find classes that are going to boost my GPA, and I could just survive for another semester. Sure enough,
easy option.
I took an intro to acting class. And this was in the school I went to was in Southern California, in LA area. And I fell in love. And being in LA, I started after going outside of school. I found a kind of like a mentor, like an acting coach. And there's many of them, not only in LA, but in New York. There are schools. It depends if you want to be a film student. You could go like USC has a great program. NYU has a great program. There are many. I don't know if you want to go that route. Now, if you are a self-starter, if you're self-motivated, hell, you have all the equipment at your disposal and start doing stuff. I'm a firm believer that if you are into something, you learn by doing. I think by going to school, sure, if that's something that you want to do, you can meet people, I don't know about connections. That's a rare thing, but it happens. It could be a reality. But the connections that you're going to make is with your work and getting your work out there, and just doing it. That's what I would say. I would just say, get out there, people. If you start doing it, you little by little, you're going to grow a community. It depends probably where you are too matters. Maybe you want to be in a place where you have easy access to actors and just connections. I think connections are key, but also you have the one of the strongest tools is online. Develop an online presence. Put your stuff up there. Put your work up there. Get it out to festivals, especially if you're a filmmaker. Um, so now more than ever, you have that ability. I just started from an old school perspective where this is pre online, pre
Mm.
everything's changed with the advent of social media, online. There's different forms of access, which we had no idea we didn't have back there. I remember when I did my first headshot mailing, when had my first headshots, I had to do 300 manila envelopes,
Yeah.
stapling,
That
gluing.
sounds expensive.
Dude, it was it.
I mean, it's ridiculous how expensive getting headshots done.
Now you get
but
headshots. It's all online. You send in an email, and that's it's.
were they as expensive as they are now? Like you go
Yes.
and you get headshots done, and you spend $1,000 like easily, you know. And,
Yes, they were very, very
Mm.
expensive. So, and just depends. You just, I'm a firm believer of trying to get your work out there any way possible and keep on working, keep on doing it, keep on doing project after project after project, and develop your vision. I think that's another thing. Be a maverick. Do your own thing. Have your own vision of what you want to do. I think doing original work. I think I'm at a place right now. G isn't. Maybe G isn't. G maybe would want to do a Greek tragic play. G might want to do a Tennessee Williams. I rather do all original work. I'm at a place in my life where that's what I'm about now because I've done, by doing someone else's work, I was an interpreter. Yeah, it's creative. Yeah, I get it. But it's a lot of interpretive work. So if I come to you, what's
problems.
problems. If I come to you with
Or
a script,
sass.
sass. If I come to you with a script, you love my script, and say I would like to film this. It's original. You will be original. It's your vision, but I wrote it. How about if you were to write your own script? How about if you were to direct, write? They call them auteurs, AUTEUR. Look at all the great film directors. They did their own writing, they did their own filming, they did their own editing. Maybe got other editors, and once they started building their companies and building their brand, so to speak, their name, everybody would, in the industry, the top of the top would want to work with them. Anyway, I went on and on.
As you should. I mean, you're just showcasing your expertise. Sass, this guy changed my life, dude. Like seriously, completely. This man is brilliant. And from
Thank you.
I'm a theater guy. You're a film student, right? From another creative to another. What is that? Is that my cat? From one creative to another. I know you're at university. I don't know how long you've got left. I think we're the same age.
Oh,
right?
he's already at university.
Yeah, he's a film student.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, in the UK.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you've got left. I think maybe a year or two. What's going on over there? I think my cat. I think Eggy's rustling in these bushes. Take classes from this guy, dude. We offer classes. They're on our website. If you do !PW, I believe, the website will come up in chat. Check out the classes, dude. I guarantee you. And I'm not just saying that because we're facilitating that. You take a class from this guy. I mean, he just spieled on, answered a very simple question and answered it in a very, very interesting way, right? If you take a class from this man, dude, he will change your life. He will change your life forever. I promise you.
So Sass, another thing is, if you're gonna be, I assume that you're gonna be. Is he a film director? That's what he wants to do.
I don't know. Let's. He said thank you so much. Let's let you answer. What's your specialty? What's your specialty? In there, Harley, we're them. We are them. Um, Bubbles is traumatized by the licking of lips. And then here, it's censored, so I need to come up and have another look. I'm licking my lips, they dry as fuck, and I tried undrying them with a fan. Spoiler, that shit did not work. In all capitals
Who's
from
that?
XD.
Bubbles? Oh,
XD.
XD.
You know what, Harley? I think that's Eggy. There's rustling in these bushes here. It must be Eggy. So I have been in like the luxury of how I got into this. I've been in the luxury of always wanting to do this, like being an actor, being a creative, being in film, whatever. I've always wanted to, as long as I can remember. I mean, I did, the school nativities and everything. Always enjoyed them. I think my first piece that I like actually did, I was 6, and I was Blackbeard in a Blackbeard musical. I loved every second of it, and like literally from that moment on, I've done acting workshops at schools, summer camps. I've done 3 shows a year minimum. I've always wanted to do it. Oh, it's not working. He said direct. We'll come back to that in a second. Let me finish, and then Bubbles, would you mind? It's just www.thepoetwarriors.com. Bubbles, would you mind copy and pasting the URL in chat for me? I would really appreciate that, Bubbles. But yeah, Problems, check out our website, dude. You need to take a class from this man, which is what I was going to get into, right? And then so when I was 16, I moved to the States. Finished off my last 2 years of high school, and that's where I met Bates. He was my high school drama teacher. And this man changed my life. Like I was always going to do it anyway, but this man fueled my passion and like, full circled, rounded off my education in a way that I never thought possible. I was hungry. I was never going to be this hungry for what I want to do, and he really opened up my mind to kind of what we're doing right now, right? Like yeah, I've been privileged enough. I'm 23 years old, and I've considered myself having like done a lot, right? Like I've done, like I said, summer camps in some of the best conservatories in New York, right? Lived in New York for the summer. Been in a show out there. I've been in a televised stage show. Been in awards. And not to like sound naive, right? This man taught me, if the first person who claims to say that like they can't get any more out of this, they know less than anyone, right? This craft is always developing. You're always learning about yourself and about the craft, right? You're always improving. This is something that you can't perfect. But I'm kind of in a similar place where I've got like a story in my mind that I want to get out, and like original work really appeals to me. Unfortunately, which it's not about the money, but with creatives, there's just no money involved in something like that. And if you want to get money out of it and actually some kind of name for yourself, some kind of recognition, you've got to go for it yourself. And it's a big reason why I'm doing Poet Warriors, why we're doing Poet Warriors, right? Is because of this mentality that this man here has given me. Which is why I say, take the classes and it will change your life. Absolutely.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you. By the way, thank you. That's very,
of course.
And this is very reciprocal, meaning working with this young man, and there is a huge generation gap between us, but I don't feel like there is. I feel he's an old soul. And look, I traveled here not because of, I traveled here because I feel a connection with this person, with this human being here. And we want to develop that. We want to evolve in that.
I have ash on my crotch.
Perfect. And also, Sass, look, you need to know, if you're going to be directing actors, you need to know what is the process of acting. What do actors do? So you have an insight. When you give direction, you actually, as an actor, understand what they are doing, so you can guide them, so you can be even more specific. Because look, I think the best directors, the best actors, the best artists are very specific and nuanced in their craft. So I think is if you are going to be a film director directing actors, you need to know the process of acting, and not just that we're boosting or trying to boast our own our classes and stuff, but any if it's not me, hopefully somebody else. Take acting classes, get a kind of a sense of what it is to tackle a scene, a monologue, a short play, a short script as an actor, or do it hand in hand with your film directing, because that will give you more insight than a lot of other directors, because directors study film on this side of the camera. Well, what is it on the other side of the camera? You need to know that
You
just
need
as
a
well.
full perspective.
So that's a reason why maybe we're encouraging this, and to maybe you look at that possibility. Anyway,
There you go. I just copied and there's the website, buddy. Check out. I think that goes for all of you as well. Check out that website. Um, she's been good. Look, Eggy's just showed up. It's not Eggy. I don't know what's behind that. Another cat. And Helga's here, and she's not barking, which is good. She's gonna go bark now. Watch. There's the website. Check it out. And I mean, it's got our schedules. It's got everything on. It's got some behind the scenes little clips. A bit about us, our goals. Some nice. It's got a nice gallery, some nice pictures, and yeah, our classes are there as well. Um, we can talk problems, you and me, and maybe we can get you in on some kind of program and a nice little discount too. I thoroughly encourage you, dude. Like I'm like again, I said, it might just seem like I'm trying to promote this because like this is our company and everything, but dude, this man changed my life, and I cannot make that more apparent. And I understand that college. I think you said you're into second year of college, which is 3 years in the UK. Once you've got time, maybe you finish off uni, and you want to continue on your training.
Sass,
He's the man to do it with.
no, listen. Don't say if you have time. Sometimes you just gotta make time.
You're right.
Don't just say I have to wait. This is something that you can learn hand in hand easily. It's not going to require hours and hours of commitment.
Yeah.
But it will take a little bit of commitment, right? Because if you're serious about what you want to accomplish, then you're gonna, we call it sacrifice. I don't like that word, but I get it. It's like, yeah, you're gonna have to
It's investment.
yeah, it's an investment. And look, I mean, the reason I admire G, because he right now he has an entrepreneurial spirit, and I think these kind of platforms, these type of access to technology and video cameras and mics, and he knows so much about, he can control, not control, okay, let me just say, he can kind of develop in his own way the vision of what he wants in his life. And I think we both want that's the very same thing. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're with you right now, because we are trying to build a community. We are trying how should I say? I guess, look, in the 3 months we've been doing this, 4 months we've been doing this, there's people I know now that I didn't know. Here I am talking to you, Sass, XD, Harley, Bubbles. The list goes on. If I miss somebody, Beat, Pablo, I could go on and on. These are people now that's part of my community that I know. And that's why I wanted to do this. It's not only just about, oh, let's film this, let's do this, sure. But it's more so about this, about a connection with people all over the world. Yes, I maybe don't see you or you see you in your face, but I know you, you know me. We're having a dialogue right now, right? We just had a dialogue, which a week ago that was not in my life. Now I've developed a dialogue and a relationship with you, Sass, knowing about you, knowing what you want. I think that's fucking cool, man. I think that's really, really cool.
It is. That's why, I don't know if I told you this, but that's why I started Soccer Viking way back when. It was in coming out of COVID.
Yep.
I didn't go to university. I finished high school. What?
Blowing all this smoke on your short arms.
Blow more.
Got it. Blow more?
Blow
I would
more.
love to blow more.
Please.
Okay.
Fatos.
Perfect.
I started Soccer Viking to make friends. That's why I did it. You know, like I never did it to make money off of the internet, which, you know, became a reality after that because you guys are crazy and just like to support what you see. Um, which if you like to support what you see, the things there, the links there, um, you know, I did it to make friends, you know, and like the world that we live in right now is all online, like Baze has been saying, and now there's a reality to turn something creative like this onto an online platform where we can really connect with people and make a community and hopefully make an impact to the artistic world and the artistic community, which is what we want to do, right? Spark a renaissance. So definitely check out that website, Sass.
So check it out. Here I am experiencing a culture in a country I've never been to,
It's a good segue.
right? And also, I went out to a place that I've never seen before in my life, on location, spent hours with this young man being very creative amongst the most beautiful scenery you can imagine.
Like literally like a wallpaper, like a screensaver.
It's like crazy. It's not. It doesn't look
Yeah.
real, but it's real. Number two, then we're here, and he breaks down our work of our past few months. He, as the analytics man, he sits down with me for about an hour and he goes, "Oh, look at this, look at that," and he showed me all the videos. You know, it was right there on his huge screens. He has all these screens, and he was showing me all this stuff, and it showed like in the amount of three months. I was like, I kind of stepped back a little bit and thought, oh my God, we've done videos on films, books, actors, plays, um, writing, you name it. This whole wide variety. People from the United States, from South Africa, from Canada. I'm not talking dozens. I'm talking thousands of people that 4 months ago they didn't know about me. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know about us. And what here we are sharing, and these are folks who are joining us, who are watching, who are invested, who are interested. um that's pretty fucking remarkable. And that was what we set out to
Yeah.
do. And we are kind of building right now. We're still a kind of, foundational neck onto the next stage. Here we are in person, right? Next phase, next stage. I might be moving out here, right, to Italy. And let me tell you why, what I've noticed in the last few days here. And remember, I've lived in America. I have traveled. I've lived throughout
Before we
America.
segue, Problems agrees with you, and he says he's got the website copied. So there you go. Appreciate you.
Yeah, be in
Problems.
touch. I mean, even like with our emails and stuff and direct messaging.
Yeah, and we've got the Discord as
Yeah.
well. We've got the Poet Warrior Discord.
Yeah,
That you
have
can
a
join right
dialogue,
here
man.
as well.
Yeah, have a dialogue.
You can
with us,
reach
man.
out to either of us
Yeah.
any point in any time in the week. You know, and
Anytime.
we'll respond.
Yes.
You know, open forum.
Yes.
All the way.
Yes.
All the way.
Yes.
And before you segue as well, you know, like I don't know about you, but I mean, it was interesting as well. Where he's talking about, you know, we had a look at some of the clips that we filmed, like a lot of B-roll, a lot of test footage, you know, using the scenery, using that environment. It was almost very surreal, like, you know, seeing it in that quality as well, and like kind of foreseeing what this movie's going to be, this main one that we're going to be working on, kind of brings everything that we've been talking about to life, right? Through fruition. You know, we've said it all, we've done it all, like we've talked about it, we've been preaching this process. Now you guys are actually going to see what goes into something like that, and you guys are going to see the other end of that, you know, like the product, right?
Yeah.
Of mainly this man's teaching. You know, I'm a result of him. You know, he's my mentor in this and has been, you know, for years now.
But
you
we're
know,
not at that. We're total creative partners. That was
Yeah.
something in the past. Now we're another part of our stage of our development, right?
Yeah,
And
right,
yeah.
right.
So
And I
yes.
mean, you know, for me, going back to when I was a student of Bayes, you know, he did stasis my junior year of high school, which is the play that we're reimagining now for a film. And I was a part of that. I did the sound design for that with a lovely woman by the name of Marina, who did the lights and did, you know, commanded backstage and everything. Um, there's something very, very the best education you can get in the arts is by seeing your teacher do something like that, right? You know, like, and I told Bays at the time, and I've told him several times afterwards, uh, you know, it's one thing having a teacher in the classroom that preaches all of this, you know, you do practical work with them, and then you get to see what he preaches in the, you know, on stage in the light of day, right? You get to see that practical work. It's this really interesting, like, whole full circle experience where, you know, like I'm saying, we've done the preaching, you guys are now going to see what that can bring. And it's, you guys see Helga coming back and forth there. It's a really, really interesting full circle experience that really rounds off the educational side of it.
And then you
And it's
doing Momo
crazy.
and Toto,
And then we did Momo and
which
Toto,
was a
which you guys have
complete
seen.
opposite,
Right.
opposite.
Right. Which again,
Right.
even more full circle because I was involved in that
Right.
show, you know,
Right.
complete. And then working with my teacher at the time, you know, that kind of experience is extremely eye-opening.
Which is rare, right?
I've never had it before. I've had countless, like I said, I've had countless drama teachers through my school career. I've taken courses with.
It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't
just
happen.
Never happens. Right?
You know, one of the so I did a summer course with Arda. I lived in New York for the summer. It was you know, a couple month course where I lived at the school. I took classes. We did practical work, the whole shebang with real, like, industry people, right? You know, like a lot of Broadway directors, casting agencies, the whole shebang, right? And we actually got this really cool opportunity where at the end of it, we auditioned in front of some pretty big execs and stuff, which was really, really cool. And I remember they were all fine, but I was spoiled by Bass, you know, and I'm talking like really big names too. Like, it's a very competitive program. He actually got me ready to apply for it. I did my Faust monologue to audition, which actually I think I've told you, a school, AMDA, I don't know if they still use it. I applied to go in. They gave me as much financial aid as they could. Like, they really wanted me to come. And I never ended up going, but they emailed me and they asked if they could keep my audition video to teach people how to audition.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they still use that,
Wow,
but that's all from you.
Wow.
You know, it was me in front of a black sheet in my home doing a monologue from Dr. Faustus. They wanted to use it to, you know, which was really, that's probably my only claim to fame, but that's really, really cool. I loved that. I was like, fuck yeah, use it, you know. This man's brilliant. He's definitely special. One of the guys, one of the probably the best teacher there at that camp. He's like best friends with Liam Neeson, and like he's like founded a lot of people. Very, very lovely guy. And I mean, he was brilliant. He was brilliant. And I don't mean to diminish him at all, but I mean, nobody has ever come in comparison to. He's probably the closest, but nobody has come in comparison to this guy. So definitely check it out. There, if you do exclamation DC or Discord, it should pop up in chat. I don't know why the links aren't working, but if you if it doesn't show up, you can go onto our channel here, go to the About section, and it's definitely linked there, Sass, for the Discord. Now we can segue to Italy. Sorry, I feel like I just had to get that out.
Thank you for all the nice, always the nice compliments. So Italy, I mean, I've been here for about 4 or 5 days. I'm still dealing with like jet lag. Let me tell you, it's affected me. Anyway, this part of the world, this part of Italy, is first off, it doesn't seem real because it's so mountainous. Everywhere you look, you have these small villages, like ancient villages that are tucked away, you know, on this one, on that one, on that one. All these small country roads, basically, without any billboards, without any stop signs. Life.
I didn't even think about that.
The food here is. I hate a pizza, which was the best pizza I've ever had. The wine, which they thought was, you know, probably one of the cheapest type of wines here, and it was the best red wine I've ever had. The cost of living here is unbelievably cheap. Unbelievably cheap. It's shocking. The aesthetics of the buildings, of the architecture, of the scenery, unlike any place I've ever experienced. I've been around. I've been to Portugal. I've been to Spain. Um, it's it. There's a dog. The dogs
Let's go,
here.
Sas.
There's like a dog population that's part of
crazy.
the community here. They're barking. They're on the streets. They're walking in the middle of the road, and it's It's just that's part of life here. Um, what else have I noticed? This is a small part of Italy. There's the south of Italy. To the west, there's Rome. To the east is the Adriatic and all the beautiful towns along those, which I haven't seen. There's the northern. If you go further north, are the Dolomites, where the Alps. So you have a wide
A lot of
assortment,
volcanoes too.
a lot of volcanoes.
Very cool.
So I'm just seeing a part of this, but in the last 4 days, it's like the land of enchantment. I'm like in love. And I'm not just saying that because of Gibby. I truly am. You know, I sit in a cafe in a small town I'm staying by. The town is called Alvito. And you wouldn't believe where this cafe, it's just a simple cafe. The cappuccino was the best cappuccino I've ever had in my life. It was 80 cents. 80 cents. You go to Starbucks, it's like $7 for the crappiest thing you can imagine. And
There she goes.
there she goes. There we go. That's what you hear a lot of in Italy, in this part of Italy. A lot of that. A lot of dog barking. Anyway, and so what was I saying? Then in Alvito, I started going through the town. It's on a mountain, literally, and you're going on these small, cute streets up the mountain, and at the very top of the mountain is an 11th century remains of a castle. 11th century. So here I go winding my way up, and you turn a corner and you see these homes perched literally on a cliff overlooking this like this view is out of this world, man. It's out of this world. And you keep on, then the next turn, and then the next turn, and then you get up, and by those remains up there was another part of the town with cobblestone streets and the food, the markets, everything's fresh. It just seems like another life. And you know, part of doing Poet Warriors was my philosophy that I want to embrace is I want to live in this world. Life is finite. We don't last forever. You know what I mean? Life is short, guys. It's very short. Even if you live for 100 years, that's a short amount of time. And I coming here reminds me of getting out in the world, trying things, experiencing different things. The food here, the people, very open, and the Italian language is beautiful. And so there's crime. Does it exist? Yeah, but not like in the United States. Not at all. It just, I could walk down this place in the middle of the night. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen to me. I don't feel like that in San Francisco. Let me tell you that. I don't. So there is that. I just people. If I were to say, I would say simplicity, and I love simplicity, and I would say poetry, and I love poetry, and that's what Italy, and especially this area. And for me, I'm a visual person. Just opening my eyes to the beauty, the sheer beauty is just, it's overwhelming, to be honest with you. I can't even put it in words, don't do it justice. This area, like he told me about it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. I come here and I'm like, my mouth literally, I can't even, I can't make sense of it. It's just it's another world. It's another world.
Holly's making schnitzels. Can you share your schnitzels with us, please, Holly? And Sass agrees with you. Sass, have you been out here? Been out to Italy? And all of this, by the way, is coming from a man who's lived all over the States, all over the place.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So no, it's guys, I mean, if you have the ability and you get on any kind of saving plan, and I know we all have, dude, guys, I have money. I'm always dealing with money issues too. I mean, so, but I made this work. I made it happen. And I'm telling you, come over here. I barely spent any money. I mean, I got my accommodations, I got my plane ticket. got my car, rental car. But after that, just like food, coffee. The coffee here, like at home coffee that I make, is the best coffee. It's I can't. I actually look forward to getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to have that cup of coffee. I look forward to it. I can't wait to have it. That's saying something. You know what I mean?
As a woman, Holly says, I'm afraid to go out in the dark in general. Yeah, I mean, that's a big problem. And I was talking to Baze about previous experiences that I've had with an ex-girlfriend of mine. And from the other point of perspective, you worry for them. Like, it's very, very scary. And this was out in the States. Here, there is no, that's not a thing. It's not a thing. Like, you guys know Cassie Bubbles. She walks down to the bar, walks down to the shop, whatever, on her own. Like, you can just go out as a woman in the middle of the night and not have to worry about a single thing. Catcalling culture is pretty big here, but that's as far as it gets. Like, they'll whistle, they might say ciao bella, but that's literally it. It's innocent. They're this is one of the safest places you can be. Obviously, there are more rougher areas. You can go to Naples, Rome, right, which are run by the mafia, right, which is even scarier than most movies and things suggest like that. But I mean, to be honest, those places are still safer than the States. Like, the States is a crazy place. Yeah.
And look, this is not about, look, you're asking for honesty from us. And this is not, look, United States has been my home for 50 years. I'm not bad mouthing it. It's just, I'm at a place in my life where I want to try other things. And honestly, here, this is right now, I'm holding up a €2 coin. This is €2 I'm holding up right here. And this thing will carry you far. Not $2 in the United States won't carry you anywhere. Here, I can get a nice coffee and maybe like a croissant for this. And that'll take care of me for half the day. Literally, this will take care of me for half the day. I told Gibby on my first day here, this is all I spent on hanging out one day. This.
Yeah. You go to the pub with your friends in the States, even in the UK, you're going to spend a few beers, you're kicking them back, whatever, you'll end up spending €50 or 50 quid, $50, whatever, minimum between the few of you to have 3 beers each. These beers we're drinking right now, these are double beers, so like 2 beers, right? €2, €1 a beer, which is a little over $1, a little over £1.
Yeah, and these are practical things. These are things that we do. This is part of our lives. Like our lives are run by money and how to eat food and have a roof over our heads. And these things that I notice in Italy, food, medical care, a home, they're affordable. For healthcare here, if you're a citizen and you have residency here, it's free. You have a card, it's free healthcare, dental, vision, medical. In the United States, don't get me started. Please don't get me started.
It's the thing, in the state, depending on where you are, obviously, California, whatever, be Florida, you need thousands a month to get by. Like here, 8,000 and you'll be fine, and like you'll live well. Any more than that, and you're in luxury. Like, it's crazy. Sass, I'm sorry, that is on our end. I think it's the Wi-Fi connection. I'm going to fix that come the next one. I'm going to like just move the router a bit closer to the thing.
Sagging frames or something like that. Is that what you get?
Yeah, lagging frames. I'm sorry. That's unfortunate because we're outside. It's the Wi-Fi connection. I'm hotspotting my phone right now from my phone. I'm going to, because the Wi-Fi like wasn't good enough, I'm going to fix that for the next stream.
Harley, you got to check it out. I'm telling you, this place is magical. I mean, any other place. I mean, I've never been to, I feel like these.
Do you want another beer?
No. I'm still, dude. I'm trying to catch up with you. Yeah, because I've been smoking that cigar. Like, that's all I've been.
I'm gonna grab another beer. I'll be right back.
Go for it. Harley, I've never been to South America, Central America. I like to check out Mexico City. I hear it's very cool. Mexico, I hear, is very cheap. I don't know if I want to live there, but I would like to go check it out. I think it's time to I want to live, and money. or what money can do, how long you could stretch your money. I know this is real talk, and I'm at that place right now where I want to get off the rat wheel, man, that hamster wheel. I really feel I've been on that for years and I want to get off and live my life. You know why? Because I want to have space for the things that matter to me. Why would I want to spend hours working for this one place and these people over there? They don't matter to me. I do it because I feel it's my obligation, it's my duty, blah 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 blah. But that's not any way to live your life, I mean, maybe I'm learning about these things or kind of discovering these things, or maybe taking action finally, and trying to control the narrative a little bit when most of the time we don't have control. This thing, I think I might have a little bit of control.
Faze loves taking control.
No, in the decision making, where I wanted to come out here. I'm going to come out here again in a few months, and my goal is, I hope by fall of 2025, I will be hopefully maybe here in Italy, somewhere, maybe up north, maybe around here. I don't know. We're talking about it. We're figuring it out. The reason also I'm doing that is because of this young man, because we are doing something. We're trying to build something. That's another reason. That's, of course, that's a very important part of it. So these are, this is, when we think about all this stuff, I know it might sound boring. I'm sorry if it's boring, but it's just to me, in the last few days, have anything been anything but boring, because I'm like, oh wow, oh my god, oh no, oh really? That's what my and these are all discoveries, and I love that kind of life where it's like, no, it doesn't have to be like that over there. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to, and it's not. Anyway, I'm done.
So that says drinking is expensive. I went out not too long ago. I spent 30 on 4 drinks. See, there you go, dude. Like, if you come out here, 4 drinks, you'll spend under £15. And obviously it's
euros.
No, he's in the
Okay.
UK,
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
under £15.
Right.
And like if you buy them, like
Right.
if you bought them yourself, they're obviously cheap. If you go to the pub, and you drink, like Peronis, what we're drinking,
Yeah.
right, local beer,
Yeah.
um, you will probably spend £15, 15, £16. Under £15 if you buy them yourself and you just drink at home. Like it's they focus on quality of life here. I've been explaining to Baze, like, everywhere else you go, you make money for other people. You're a cog in a corporate scheme. You're a cog in the government. Taxes, the whole thing. Here it's not about that. It's about making money for yourself, right? Obviously there are taxes, but they're considerably lower. And they value life. They value human existence. Like you have siesta here, like you have in Spain and stuff, right? Everything is closed from 1 to 4 p.m. So you go home and have lunch with your family, go back into work, and then everything's closed on the weekends. Like that's what, as a worker, that's what you're dealing with. You can go home in the middle of the day, hang out, have a nap, hang out with your family for 3-4 hours, and go back to work. And it's they value human life. Everything is human here, and that's like the key word. Everything is human, which is really nice.
Every time I come to Europe, I go away. It's really hard to go back, and I have a good place to go back to too. I mean, considering the things that we're talking about, but it's tough. The reason it's tough because I feel very grounded every time I come to Europe, not because it's a vacation. I'm not a tourist, right? I'm not looking, I'm not, oh, let's go check this out. Let's go check. I'm just living like others live. Just I'm here, I'm checking it out, I'm living, and that's, to me, you get the true sense of a place. Like, if we go to Florence, of course there are beautiful things I want to see, but that's not what it's going to be about. I just, I hope, if you have an envision, if you have an aim and you envision something, you got to work toward it. So I envision, like for me as a writer, I need time to write my books. I need a place where I am not being bombarded by the suffocation of money in making money. I need a place where I can do projects and have the time to have the the wherewithal
There you go.
and the space to do projects. If you know, the last 6 months when I was working for other people, Gibby was like saying, "Dude, we got to get," and I'm like, "I can't. I'm killed. I'm being killed here because I'm working my ass off for this other thing that I really don't care about, to be honest with you."
There you go. There you go. The Wi-Fi connection is a problem. I'm gonna have to fix it for the next time, but at least from my phone, stream is very delayed. So like we're still talking about the beers on my stream, so it's a little delayed, but it'll catch up. Don't worry. I'll fix it for next time. I'll probably just like move the Wi-Fi router like close to.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, so let's get to this. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want another cigar? A mood?
Yeah. How about a mood?
A mood?
Yeah. How about what are we gonna read? Or are we gonna just like
discuss it? Yeah, I'm just gonna make a couple notes, like just
Okay.
the opening, how we're gonna start this, and then the
Okay.
rest of it is going to be
But
really
I
the
don't.
process of doing. Right? Look at that spider.
Oh Jesus.
Look at that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're like you guys know, like we preach the process of doing, and that's very much we're going to do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and thank you, sir, and we're going to show this process of doing, right?
I like these way more.
Yeah.
Those were good though. Don't get me wrong. I like I like the flavor of the moods,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah, I mean these are a completely different thing. I mean, you know,
Oh
these
no, of course.
you
Yeah.
smoke them,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
those you
Yeah.
you know. So I'm not gonna write anything about like, you know, what we've discussed with the setting and stuff. I mean, we seem like we've got a pretty
Alright.
good thing about that.
Okay.
Can you guys have one arm wrestle?
Yes.
We'll do that in a minute. We'll do that in a minute, little cat. We'll have an arm wrestle. Well, I guess so. So the opening scene, right, where we're gonna start with, and we'll just take it from there, is we're gonna have that walking scene, right? Which
Okay. Are they caught up or no? It's still lagging.
no, it's. I mean, like we like the content's still going out.
Okay.
It's they're just a little bit behind, so we
Delayed.
keep going, and they yeah.
So look, you know, you have the play, the beginning, the middle, the end, right? So with film, we can manipulate that. And I think we're going to have to, because we are putting it in a time period. That's a key. And I don't want to give too much away, where it's going to be two assassins. Now, don't mistake what we know what assassins are, but we are going to redefine what assassins are for this film and what it means to be assassins. They'll be labeled assassins, but they don't have the same definition as what we think of as assassins today. So that's one thing. Now, were there assassins in the original screenplay? Yeah, they were assassins with guns, and yes. But our version, our film version, will be a twist on what assassins are. And the natural setting and the time period of this opening shot, actually the entire film will be very much influenced by the location in which we're filming. That's going to be like a character in the film. It's going to take on a ominous, overwhelming, as the film progresses, it's going to be an overwhelming thing for the characters. And a thing that they have to be very wary and mindful of moment to moment. They can't really chill. It's not like they're like out on a picnic. No, there's no picnics here. From the very beginning, they're on edge. And it's edge meaning they're kind of I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it.
No, I think you said enough. So obviously we've talked about this this walking scene that we're going to open with, right?
Yeah.
Down that road and everything.
Yeah.
So the piece starts with that whole waiting and waiting and more waiting. Let's make the best of it, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, I say we get rid of that and we go straight into the Griffin thing that's right after it, where they talk about the project. So it goes straight into, like, let's go over the project. This project requires all of our attention. Fuck up. How can we afford to fuck up? And then they go straight into Griffin and we
Right.
have that conversation walking.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
So if I'm just gonna put like walking
that one's
scene.
different because that was envisioned for a
Right,
fucking
right.
safe house with no windows and shit.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So if we have that, and I mean, like, this is. Sass said it's fine. Holly said car story. What do you mean? Oh, we've got to tell them what happened. I didn't tell them last night. I said they all asked what happened,
Oh, Jesus.
and I said that you would be mad if I did it without you.
No, go.
So we'll come back to that in just one sec. This won't take long because we're only going to discuss the opening scene so that we can get started, and then from there we're going to construct it through division and doing, right? So yeah, I say it's literally those 3 lines here. The waiting, let's make the best of it, and more waiting, and then it goes straight into blanks. This project requires all of our attention. So if we're walking, right, we have that walking scene, which is like a very much like one frame kind of, we're walking, we're on edge, we set that mood, and it can be, you know, literally just like a couple minutes of us constructing, you know what I'm saying. And then we go into maybe rather than blanks, like saying straight away, this project requires all of our stuff, Tate can go, let's go over this again. And then boom, straight into that dialogue. This project requires all of our stuff. We're walking. We're on that road exploring the surroundings. You guys will know what we're talking about when you guys see it.
And we also the cool thing that we're going to do is we're going to have videos where we're showing, like, you know, location. We're on location. We're going to show you behind the scenes stuff. We're going to show you bloopers. We're going to show you things where we're talking.
Our bloopers are going to be fucking hysterical.
Yeah. So
if we film bloopers for Momo and Toto, that shit would be blow up more than Momo and Toto.
I know. So you're going to see like kind of another view of, you're going to see the finished product eventually, but you're going to see all the stuff leading up to the finished product as well. So yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, we're gonna be walking, set the scene, set the vibe. We'll go into this little bit of dialogue. You know, this project requires all of our stuff. Fuck up. When can we ever afford to fuck up? I agree. Yada yada. Phone rings. So instead of phone ringing,
no, it's that
in
ringing.
our ear.
Yeah. There's that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to come up with some kind of
sound effect.
Yeah, some kind of cue.
Yeah.
That.
No, it's just you know, it's gonna in the film it's gonna be this. We're gonna find a specific sound effect.
Yeah. See. So this, we might have to sit down and like go through this script. Actually,
we could do that
tomorrow, like morning. I mean, apart from like learning.
I know
the lines,
where we can do that. Let me take you, pick you up, and we'll go somewhere where we can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll like it. You'll like it. Yeah.
Perfect.
It'll be
Even
nice.
if we just go up there, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you.
Yeah. Let's get a beer. Let's go up there. And
he took me on the first night here when I was like fucking dead to the world. He took me to the most forget about it, man. It was the most beautiful spot you can imagine.
Let's go up there and let's work on this. Yeah. So I mean, it's things like, you know, I'm just seeing this here, right? You know, because originally in the script, phone rings. Well, it was Griffin, right? But they're both hearing it, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's little things like that
we can fix.
Well, we'll just have to tweak the reaction.
Yeah.
But I mean, mainly the dialogue should be can be kept pretty much the same. You know, it's just things like that.
We're gonna have to improv some.
Yeah. It's just things like blanks being almost facilitating Griffin's voice because he's the one picking up the phone that we in our movie we're both going to hear, right? You know, so it's little things like that. But I mean, mainly this first scene can just be that, right? The walk, we're talking about the job on that road, right?
Yeah.
I think with what we were seeing with the camera, I might get my dad tell me with that depth of field that he was talking about.
Aperture set. Yeah.
We'll have to see how it looks on that monopod because it was a little bit shaky when I was moving with the tripod. I think the monopod will eliminate a lot of that, but I think it'll
shut the F up, dude.
Beat say what up, Beat? Damn the stutters. I know it's the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, Beat. It's gonna be fixed for next time, dude. Bay's looking sexy.
Thank you.
Little cat, it's not you. We're gonna fix it for next time. Don't worry. I hope it's not too bad. But for the most part, I mean, at least this first scene, the other thing is going to be the lines, right? So I think what we're going to have to do is on a daily basis, we meet, I guess, we cut off, you know, we're going to do X number of pages in that day, and then you and I, before we go in the morning, we can go over and just go back and forth with those lines, learn them.
We know how to do that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, learn those lines before we go out.
That's my favorite part of rehearsing with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we can do the same. We come back for lunch, we have a bite to eat, we do the same, we fix the dialogue, and we learn those lines before we go out or whatever. And then they're fresh, and
perfect.
we can just do them in chunks, you know, a few pages at a time.
Okay.
Because, you know, like we said, this is going to be a very environmental piece.
Yes.
A very worldly piece. You know, where we're really, really utilizing our surroundings to really promote the mood, you know, the structure of this.
Yeah.
Um.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, that's pretty much all we need to. Like, I thought we were gonna have to go over more, but I actually think that this will just be fine. You know, like if we meet tomorrow,
it's not that complicated.
No,
it's
no, we meet tomorrow. We go up the hill. We bring our scripts. We just fix a couple of things.
We improv, right?
Yeah, exactly.
As needed,
exactly. You know, that's the thing. If we just like Momo and Toto, we're up that hill.
Yeah.
If we read through the scenes that we decide that we're going to shoot that day a couple of times, we know the gist, and then we can like ad lib and.
Did you say we know the jizz?
The gist.
Oh, I like jizz better.
Baze likes jizz. You heard it here first.
I didn't say I like jizz.
I think that's exactly what you said.
I said I know jizz.
Do you?
Yes, I know jizz.
Do you know jizz?
Yeah, it's a friend of mine. Jazz musician.
Sounds like a good guy.
Jizzy, the saxophonist.
He knows how to blow those air instruments.
Helga, thank God. Shut the fuck up. We love you.
I mean, I think that's all I don't want to go over it all, you know, like, there you go. I don't want to go over it all. I mean, like, you know, the big part of what we're preaching is through doing, right? You know, like, we're going to construct it as we go.
Guys, he talks too much.
I too dork.
He too dork. Hey, car story. Harley, are you listening? Let's see if she's listening. LOL. What does that RFI mean?
I don't know what RFI mean. What's RFI? I don't know what that is. So what time do you want to get going tomorrow? What time do you want to go up the hill and start that?
Like right now it's 4:00 in the morning.
What time do you want
to? How about 10?
10?
Yeah.
So yeah, 10 go up, and then what? Aim to start shooting 11:30ish.
Yes.
And then, you know, shoot for an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. Tops.
Yes. Guys, as you can see, he is the how do you call it? The taskmaster. Here I am just smoking and drinking. And I want to get to the car story, but he won't let me.
Let me just write these notes.
I'm sorry, what?
These notes.
Thank you.
Knee up notes.
Harley.
It's got to be done. Someone's got to keep the narrative.
Harley, look at that.
Leg hair. You got to love it.
Lots of it. Not on my knee though, Harley. Right here, it's kind of shiny, but everywhere else.
It seems when Sloth leans forward, the stream gets better. Is it because my phone's too far away from the computer? Dude. We've got to read chat though. Move up with me, so that I'm not like
Jesus Christ.
I'm not all the way up and you're all the way back. You know what I mean?
How can I reach for my beer? That's okay.
It's right there.
What? Right where?
I thought you had long arms.
I do.
You might have to get mine for me. Dude, those are plums.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Your grandmother might. Oh, was I supposed to?
Oh, you can talk about my grandmother. See, there you go. That might be a little bit.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't know if it's because my phone's too far away. It might be, but I think it's because I'm hotspotting my computer right now because the Wi-Fi connection was too weak. I'm going to move the router around for next time so that it's actually going to be a lot better. So we're going to meet at 10 to go over the script, shoot for 11:30 for shooting, then lunch. Then, you know, we can take a couple hours for that. Then
for lunch or siesta.
Siesta.
Yeah, siestas are important, folks.
And then probably what? So you know, if we go shooting from 11:30 until 1.
Please let me sleep tonight.
You better.
I hope I can. Oh,
till
fan.
1.
The fan might make a
There you
difference.
go.
Yeah,
There you go. Till like 1. Have lunch at 1.
We've had a lot of problems here with fans, with cars, with certain devices like hotspots.
Your vibrator.
My vibrator.
Go over script again, and then aim for 3, 4 shooting
Look.
again.
Yes. Stop being so boring. Let's get this going here.
It's got to be done.
Car story.
Shooting again for like another hour and a half, and then we come back here again, and we need to go over the footage.
Is it frozen?
It's not frozen.
Well, I was asking, is it frozen?
Oh, is it frozen? Is it frozen? It doesn't look frozen to me on my phone. I'm closer to the computer, so let's see what the kind of difference this makes. And then we come back here 5/6-ish.
For me at least. Someone said for me at least. Harley.
For me at least. Try now that I'm closer. Stream dead. It's not dead on my phone. That's on you guys now. If you guys try and refresh, it should be better now. Everyone try and refresh the stream. It will be better next time, I promise you guys. I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry. I'll make sure that it's fixed for the next time. But it should be okay right now.
Guys, if you're upset, I'm even more upset. I'm not showing it though.
And then we come back here 5, 6 o'clock, edit for a little bit, and we can see the footage, see if we need to reshoot something.
Being
Oh, I
attacked.
see that, yeah. See if we need to reshoot something or whatever.
All right.
And then we can just have dinner or whatever, and you can go back, chill. We can chill.
Can we have a dinner? Can I have a pizza with just the tomato paste pizza?
It's a bit lame, but sure.
Grazie.
Grazie. Prego. Let's bring this. There we go. We're much closer now. There you go. You guys can see us a lot better now. Everyone refresh their stream. It's fine on my phone now. It doesn't seem to be lagging. It might have just been because I was too close away from my phone.
Should we go closer? Even?
No. We're good now. Dare we go closer? It should be okay now, guys.
My butt hurts because this is a wicker chair, and my wicker chair and my butt don't get along.
Would you like a cushion?
No, I'm okay because we got to do our car story.
We got to do the car story. So that's there we go. That's like our little daily schedule.
Damn.
So like 10 a.m. meet, go over the script. 11:30 shooting, 1 till like 1 o'clock-ish. Lunch, go over the script again. Start shooting at like 3, 4.
Do you know
5,
what my
6
favorite
editing.
word is?
Speed cameras.
Ish.
Yes. I love it.
Can I?
I like Baze's jizz. Harley said.
Thank you. At least someone does. Thank you, Harley. Can I scream at your dog?
Yes, please.
Will it wake up your Nona?
I hope so.
Helga, shut the F up. Helga, seriously. Shut up.
I'm gonna make notes as well. If it rains,
It pours.
run, because we got to go there and get that mist shot for B-roll.
If it rains, we run.
If it rains, we run.
We run. Just like any true filmmaker does, Seth. We run to that location.
Right? And then also...
and Harley with jizz flying everywhere.
I love it. And then also, at some point, we need sunset B-roll as well.
Guys, if you don't say anything, I'm bored sitting next to this guy in his fucking notes.
Somebody's got to, dude.
I know somebody's got to, but do we do it at 12? Yes, we do. Yes.
There we go. So we got to get a lot of B-roll just in between.
Guys, as you can see, I take great care of myself. I drink heavily and I smoke heavily.
As you should.
No wonder I'm going to live a long, long life.
As you should.
I hope I don't die of a stroke.
Radio freak interference is RFI. You died? God dang. Oh, it actually looks like we're somewhat caught up as well. We're catching up. Look at that.
Very nice.
That's a good schedule. And then so we've got to aim to be finished. What's the date tomorrow? What's the I guess today now. What's the date?
June 29th.
29th?
Yeah.
So we've got to aim to be finished, what, the 6th? When you're going to that place that's like an hour and 40 minutes away?
Yes.
The 6th?
What? You're
the 6th?
What's the 5th?
6th. It's the
Sixth.
6th.
Sixth.
No, it's the 6th. That's an American thing. We invented the language. It's the 6th.
You know what? It's all about the art of taking a break. Take a break.
We've had a break for the past 4 days.
Dude, you know what? Sometimes you just got to platoon it.
Yeah.
You know that my reference? Platoon, not the novel. Ugh, God, this. Gibby has fucked up my writing routine, by the way, everybody.
You know writing?
Yeah, because every time you fuck up a writer's routine, they harbor resentment, deep
There you
resentment.
There
Okay,
you go.
can we go to the car store?
Yeah, we're done. So the 6th. I mean, I guess if we really need to, though, we can kind of like touch up, right?
We can go
Yeah.
further. Yeah. We got to do what we.
But
gotta do.
we've got to aim to be finished for the 6th. So that gives us how many? What month is it?
July,
I don't even know these
June, and
things, dude.
July.
How many days are in June? Wait, is it
It's
June or
June,
July?
30th.
You give me two months.
30th, 30 days in
There's
June,
30 days. Okay.
31 in July. I might not go back.
So we have 7 days to shoot a full movie.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
Well, if we think about it, we're looking for anywhere from like 40 minutes to an hour long short film, right?
We'll get it done.
That's anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5 hours a day of filming.
We'll get it done.
So, yeah. And then tickle on the others.
Yes.
From underneath.
Okay.
Tickle.
From
underneath.
Perfect.
Jizz.
A lot of it.
We can do that.
Of course we can.
We can do that.
Yes.
We can do that. And I mean, like, I have no doubt as well. Like, we're going to have so much fun. We might even go over the schedule. You know what I mean? But
why not?
We've got to probably come back in between these to like charge the camera, charge my laptop, since I'm going to have to be recording the audio separate and stuff. So
yes.
Okay.
Guys, I'm sorry for this. Please forgive me. It's not my doing. It's
yes, it's mine. I take full credit.
I just want to hang with you guys. He wants to talk shop.
Yes. I think we're good.
Can we put this? Like, it's making me look like I'm fucking Marlon Brando in The Godfather, dude.
You love doing your Marlon Brando shit. We needed to do this. This is good. This is good.
Car Story. Are you?
Car Story, guys.
Harley, are you there?
Car Story.
Dude, it was wild. It was a wild night.
Dude, it was a fucking disastrous night. Helga said nope. You see how far back they are right now? Everyone refresh stream, because my phone seems to be more caught up than you guys. Everyone refresh stream now, and it doesn't seem to be stuttering anymore. I think the issue was I was too far away from the computer. And I'm a little bit worried, but I hope this didn't fuck it up to post afterwards.
God damn you.
If it did, it did. It's it's one thing. 7 days for a movie is easy, Little Cat.
Good job, Little Cat.
Thank you for your confidence. I hope so. Car Story.
So anyway, we went down the road here, about a half block away, and he said, "Do you want to walk?" Senor said, "Do you want to walk or take your car?" Half block away. I said, "Let's just
Not even."
Okay, I go, "Let's take the car." So we jump in my car.
Mistake number 1.
Yeah. Then we go
number 1 of 12.
Right. Then we go to the pizza place, and we had the most delicious pizza. I parked the car there, and as we're leaving, we were going to go to a pub, and I go, "What should we do?" And he goes, "I'll leave it here. Don't worry about it. Leave the car in the parking lot." So we're going down the gravel path from the parking lot, and there's columns, and I couldn't tell that there was a gate there, and I'm like, okay, we didn't even think of it. So we go down to the pub, and we're shooting the shit for about 3 hours, and sure enough, we come back, and as we're coming to the parking lot, Sloth goes, "Oh shit, I hope the gate is not up." And I'm like, fuck. I go, "What?"
Which it normally isn't, by the way. Just so you guys know.
So anyway, the gate was up. And there's my car, the lone car. And I was dead to the world. I'm dealing with fucking jet lag. I just want to go back to my place and just, basically, let me just say jizz. Okay. And just chill and just sleep. And I was exhausted. And I don't want to be a nuisance to them. They have their own place. And then he's like thinking, "Oh shit." And I go, "Dude, do I really have to stay? I don't want to be an inconvenient." It was back and forth. And I'm like thinking, is there any way we could hop the fence, get the car, and drive it through the the field, and he goes, no, everything's gated up, and it was. So then all of a sudden, his dad, Floss dad, he
Hey,
wasn't.
wait, I'm sorry. Guys, refresh it. Refresh it. You guys shouldn't be lagging anymore. I'm not lagging anymore on my part. I've got it up on my phone. You guys should be good. Sorry, continue.
So anyway, then
Pom, pom.
and what was it? What happened? His dad wasn't feeling well. Actually, he was feeling awful, and we didn't want to wake him up, but we had to. And then they had another car here in the garage, sitting in the garage, and his dad said, "Oh, just let Baze take the car." And I guess it wasn't on. You take over from here.
What do you mean it wasn't on?
I mean, meaning it wasn't working or something for a
Oh,
while.
right.
You didn't turn it on for a while.
Yeah,
or
no.
something.
So yeah, my dad's feeling like miserably ill. He found out like he went to the doctor like a day after, and he found out he's got like a chest infection and like swollen lungs or something, inflamed lungs, something crazy like that. Um, and my dad's like the strongest guy I know. Like he's like a rock. He's never taken a single day off work ever in his life. And this was literally the first day like he's ever taken off of work in his life. It's crazy. Um, and so yeah, we come back here. We try and wait. I have to wake him up because first off, the only hope that I thought that because obviously in Italy, restaurant owners live like above the restaurant and everything. So we saw the guy's light on. So I thought, our only hope would be to cool Cactus, the name of the restaurant, to cool the restaurant, and see if anyone picks up. But I can't have that conversation in Italian. I don't know how to say that in Italian. So had to wake my dad up. He called, no answer. I said, like I just don't know what to do. Like, he's gonna have to stay here. We're gonna have to put him on an air mattress downstairs. But then Helga's gonna annihilate him because she's in heat right now. She's on her period, so she normally.
Helga's a dog.
Yeah, they know
Not
Helga.
a real. Okay.
Not a real person.
Not a real person.
Yeah, bleeding all over the place whilst May sleeps.
Not a real.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Little Cat says we're good. There you go. There you go. I think we're all caught up on the story now as well. Like like it seems like we're good. Yeah. So I mean, I didn't want to put him in that situation. He doesn't want to be in that situation. She normally sleeps with me in my room, but because she's bleeding, she can't. So she sleeps downstairs, right? So he would have had to have gone on a mattress, downstairs, with dealing with Helga, who would have just like not let him sleep. And then Dad had the good idea. We've got an extra car. We've got a spare car. This old Alpha that belonged to my great uncle. That clutch just went out and was just in the garage, just in the shop. Got fixed. Came back to us 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's been sitting there. So I mean, like it hasn't been started or anything. Got towed to the place because it couldn't be driven because of the clutch. And then they drove it. My dad drove it back, and it was fine, no issues. So Dad says, "Why doesn't he take the Alpha so he can go back to his B&B and everything?" He takes the Alpha, and then I go upstairs. I'm like, "Oh, okay, what a disastrous night," feeling guilty because it was my fault mainly because, well, it was equally our fault. I said to leave the car here when we went. He wanted to drive. Then I said to leave it in the restaurant car park, which was a bad idea. I go upstairs. I finally take my one shoe off. I take one shoe off. I take one sock off, and I have it in my hand. And then I get a call from Baze, who's 10 minutes away, who then says the brakes went out on the Alpha, and that like he almost died. The brakes didn't work. He was slamming on the brakes. He had to go up gear to slow it down. He was going over a speed bump round a roundabout. Managed to pull it into a gas station, a petrol station. And I go, "You're fucking kidding me." And I was like literally sitting on my bed. This is when I texted you guys. I had my phone in my hand, my sock in the other hand, because I finally took off one of my shoes. And I texted you guys saying, "I have a funny story. I'm going to be on soon." That's when he called me and said, "Yeah, the brakes went out. I'm stranded." I said, "You should just drive it back, whatever. Like, I don't know what to do." Had to go and wake my dad fully, who was miserably ill. We had, because I can't drive in this country anymore. because you get a year with a foreign driver's license, and then you have to take the Italian driver's license exam, which I don't speak enough Italian to take yet, or at least like I'm studying for and everything. We go get him, and this is what, 1 a.m. at this point, 2 a.m. maybe. Helga. So we go get him. Baze drives the car that me and my dad came in back. My dad drives the car back without any brakes, ridiculously fast because he's a madman. Oh wait, no, on the phone. So when I was like, okay, we'll have to come and get you. We'll bring you back to your B&B. Baze then calls me back and says, you know what's funny? I don't have my house keys. They're in the car that's stranded in the restaurant car park. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to come stay here. We go out at like 1, 2 in the morning, go get him, bring him back. My dad drives disastrously back with no brakes. We pull in, and then we put him in my brother's room, at which point I bring in the fan. The fan doesn't work. Or the fan's too loud, and then we spend the next 20, 30 minutes dismantling the fan, and then leaving the fan without its cage, so it's all dangerous.
It's like going like this.
Yeah. It was just a disastrous night.
It was
It
crazy.
was one thing after the other.
Never been in a car where the brakes go out. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that. It's terrifying. And luckily it was late at night, so there wasn't a lot of traffic. But if it was, like, if there was a lot of traffic, oh man, that would have been a scary fucking situation.
I mean, it was a good thing it was the middle of the night,
Yeah,
no cars.
I mean, it was having your brakes go out. Whoa, man. There's a moment there where I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna fucking die? You know what I mean? So it was fun. It was great. Looking back on it, it's going to be a future story for us.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make some content out of it. Little Cat says the Viking without his helmet is rarely seen. Cool cut though. Thank you, Little Cat. And Little Cat said, so Baze is kind of homeless right now. No, we went back the next morning, got his car, and he's got his keys now, but he had to come and stay here the night. We didn't know what we were gonna do for a while there. It was all kind of off the dome. We were playing it by ear. It was one thing after the other for like 4 hours of stuff, 5 hours of stuff. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was a lot. It was a lot, but it was very, very funny.
Yeah.
And then so I didn't end up streaming that night, and that's why I didn't come on. But
it's ammunition that I'll use forever against him.
There you go. There you go.
I won't pull it out now, but there will be a time when I will pull out the ammunition.
What did your family say when you
I didn't
said
really, I told, yeah, they thought like, what, like it was funny, they don't know. Like if you're not in it, they think it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
For us, we're like, shit, fuck.
I want to go to bed.
I want to go. I was fucking dead.
Yeah. So, I used to ride a cycle with no brakes.
Jesus.
My legs were the brakes for it. I love it. You must have some strong legs. Send pics. So send hairy legs pics for Holly.
Do it.
She loves hairy legs.
Dude, we better get to sleep if we're gonna do film. So we better wrap this bitch up.
10 a.m.
Okay, we gotta wrap it up.
Oh, I guess we gotta go over costume.
We'll do
at
that.
10.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry, but this guy needs to get sleep for tomorrow's filming.
There you go.
We're on schedule. We're on schedule, dudes. We're on
schedule now.
I need to get a good 7 hours of sleep so I can function and deal with him. Imagine dealing with him all day. It's a lot of work.
Should I be offended or should I be encouraged?
You should be encouraged.
Okay, I love that. You guys, you already know what it is. You guys know we have the Discord. Go check out the YouTubes and shit. Got a lot of content coming out over the next few days. We're up in our schedule, right? We've said this before. 2 snacks a day. We're going to be going live a lot. There's a foot.
No, that's how excited I am.
Oh.
I'm excited. That was something else. It was not a foot.
A third foot.
It was a 3rd foot.
There you go.
That's how excited I am.
There's going to be a lot of content coming out. We're really going to kick this thing into overdrive. We're going to be filming. We'll share some little snippets from behind the scenes to tease it along the way. And hopefully pretty soon, you guys are going to be able to see some real work from us.
Yes.
So you guys look forward to that.
This is happening. It's happening, dudes. It's happening.
Little Cat said 7-day motivation. Movie gonna be insane. I know it. There you go. There you have it. See, we've definitely figured this out. I definitely have to. If I'm gonna do this, we got to be closer to the laptop.
And check out our latest post. It's something about rhythm and flow and writing on YouTube or whatever.
If you want to see this man bust a move,
I bust a move in that
go
one.
check out our
First 30
latest video.
seconds.
Our
You check it
latest
out.
video on YouTube. Go check it out.
I do. Shockingly, I have moves, folks, and I'm not just saying that. I have some moves.
Sloth and Bay's date when? We should stream the next time we go out to eat to the restaurant.
We'll do it.
We should stream that.
We'll stream it.
You guys can enjoy watching us have a bottle of wine. Have a bottle of wine. Have a pizza.
A pizza, and we're gonna share spaghetti, like you know how we.
Lady and the Tramp style.
Yeah,
except minus the spaghetti string and a lot of kissing.
And a lot of tramp. A lot of tramp.
There you guys have it. Baze is a tramp.
Tasty.